Udbuddhya swagne. Udbuddhya swagne. Udbuddhya swa agne. That's Udbuddhya swagne. Prati jagrahi. Udbuddhya swagne prati jagrahi. Yajurveda 15.54. 15.54. I'll take a little time for the sake of that new entrant. A little time. So she will be able to follow what I am going to say. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. Here, what we do is every Vedic word, we understand the meaning of it based on one special procedure, special method. That we call it as Arsheya Krama or Yogika Krama. In this Arsheya Krama or Yogika Krama, what we do is we understand every Vedic word as a defined, well-constructed, engineered word. Starting from its root. Root is called as dhatu. So every word, almost every word in the Vedic text has got a root. And every root is fixed to a certain meaning, fixed to a certain idea, a concept. So if my idea is certain thing, I start constructing a word using the root, related root. And to it add prefixes and suffixes, and finally the word will be derived or created, the word will be generated. So if I want to understand the meaning of a word, I need not search in a dictionary, but if I find out how this word has been derived, yes, what is the root? So what's the meaning attached to the root? It will be possible for me to understand the meaning of that word and its relations with other words in the Veda mantra or in the sentence. Now here, Udbuddhya swagne prati jagrahi. Udbuddhya swa agne prati jagrahi. Now here, Buddhya swa. The root of this word is Buddha avagame. Buddha avagame. Buddha avagame. And jagrahi. Jagr nidra kshaye. Jagr nidra kshaye. It means to be alert, not falling asleep. Jagr nidra kshaye. Where the sleep is not there, that state is called as jagrahi. Be in that state. You must have heard this word mainly when I speak of this Shivaratri, Jagarana. Yes. So the Jagarana comes from this Jagra Nidrakshe. That is a time when we are not supposed to sleep. Okay, that's Puranic. I'm not very much interested in that, but I'm interested only in that word and what it conveys. Okay, Jagra Nidrakshaye Udbuddhyaswa. Udbuddhyaswa. Buddhyaswa is avagama, that is to know, to understand. Udbuddhyaswa, that is, Ud represents to get up, to stand up, and towards something which is good. So Udbuddhyaswa, know things rightly, He Agne, and Pratijagrahi, and towards everything be alert. Be alert, know things well, and be alert. That's addressed to Agni. Now comes the question, who is this Agni? Now this is what every time we have to discuss and understand. That is, Agni, Agi Gatau is the root, Agi Gatau. Now this Agni, we can understand it in the spiritual level, Adhyatmika level. In the Adhyatmika level, Agni is Satchidananda, the God himself. I shall be very clear. I said it is God himself. It could be God herself. It could be God itself. So absolutely there is no problem in calling it he or she or it. So this were very clear from the beginning. Okay. Satchidananda. Now the Satchidananda we know very clearly is omniscient, Sarvagya Shakti. So what is the meaning in telling? Know things well in the best way. Avbuddhyasva. It is redundant. All knowledge, what we know, it's all coming from the same source, Satchidananda. And asking Satchidananda to know things and be alert, it has no meaning, it is redundant. Then what is the other Agni? Jada Agni, that is Adhibhautika level. At the Adhibhautika level, it is fire, which is Jada. So asking Jada to know things and be alert is also redundant because it doesn't have that consciousness. Chetana, it doesn't have Chetana, it's only Sat. It just exists. Now the third one, what is left is Satchit Agni, that is Adhidaivika angle of understanding Agni. That is the leader. The leader. That leader is neither Sat, inert, or Satchidananda, omniscient. He is a person like you and me. Satchit. It exists and has got that consciousness, Chetana, understanding, knowledge. Yes. This address to that. Because that person, that leader who leads the society, that is Gati, Gatidayaka, Agi Gatau. So he leads the people, he leads the society. He is the leader in the society. Now, it's a request that you know things better, you know things well, and be alert, please. Because if the leader or if the driver falls asleep, then what is the fate of all the passengers who are following him? They'll all be in trouble. So the leader has to be alert always. The leader has to think about the welfare of all those who are following him. So whatever he does, it will have an impact on the lives of all the people who are following him. So it's very much essential for the leader to know things right and to lead right. And while leading, he has to be always alert. And a similar concept has been explained by Krishna. He says, Yanisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagati sayami. When it is night, when everybody is sleeping comfortably and having their nap, the leader is alert and awake. Yes, because that leader is awake and alert, we are comfortably sleeping. If the leader himself sleeps, then we have to take care of ourselves, we have to fend ourselves, and it will not be possible for us to be comfortable because leader himself has gone to sleep. Now here, we are not speaking of just physical sleep, the rest, but it also the person being alert mentally and spiritually and guide everyone in all the three ways, physical, mental, or intellectual and spiritual. So the person is not supposed to sleep, that means be blind to these things. The person has to be very alert and has to understand everything and guide everyone at any moment, He should be available to us at any moment. He cannot disassociate himself from the people who are following him. And he should be in a position to guide those who are following him. Don't depend on him. So that is Agni here. So to know things rightly, to be alert and capable of guiding others, there are leaderly qualities. They are all essential in a leader. If these qualities are not in a leader, he is a leader for namesake, and those who follow him will finally get lost. That should not happen. He should be able to guide others and guide himself also. Others give an example, that is a blind fellow leading all the other blind fellows. That should not happen. The person who is leading should be having his eyes wide open for all things. He should be able to understand everything at every step. And not only that, You should be alert always and should be able to hold the hands of the followers and take them together. These are leaderly qualities. So this is about such a leader to whom we are addressing, to whom we are praying that, O leader, Agni, that is leader, in the Adi Daivika angle. O leader, know things rightly and be alert and guide us through. So that is the meaning of this Udbuddhyasvagne Pratijagrahi. And here, though agree is the word, it doesn't mean inert fire or it doesn't mean omniscient Sachidananda. Because omniscient Sachidananda, whether we pray or not, he will be guiding us always. And he is omniscient, and I need not tell him to know things well. And I need not tell him to be alert, because the most alert entity is Sachidananda. So, that Jagrahi, that Udbuddhyasva will never fit into the framework of Sachidananda, will never fit into the framework of inert Agni. So it fits in only to that Adhidaivika meaning, that is the leader. And this speaks about those leaderly qualities. So though Agni is the word, we should not get confused whether it fits in or not in the three levels, and what level it fits into, that only we have to take, and this is an exercise. Next. Ghrutais bodhayata atithim. Ghrutais bodhayata atithim. Ghrutais bodhayata atithim. Bodhayata, alpaprana, bodhayata atithim. Yajurveda 3.1. Ghrutais bodhayata atithim. That atithi is Mahaprana, atithim. Yajurveda 3.1. Now the whole piece of the mantra we start understanding from atithi. Tithi is the schedule, and according to the schedule we do things. That's tithi. Atithi, no schedule at all. So the person comes without appointment, suddenly, and one who comes like that is called as an atithi. He doesn't have any schedule, he doesn't have any program, he doesn't have any rendezvous, he just comes. Suddenly he comes. He is an atithi. Tithi is the day, time, plan, etc. It's not there. When he comes, and what he needs when he comes, nothing is pre-planned. We should be ready for such sudden surprises. The person who visits us surprisingly is an atithi. The one who arrives on our invitation is called as abhyagata. Abhyagata. And you can take guest as something equivalent to that word abhyagata. Whereas atithi, you can understand him as a guest, but guest without schedule. Guest with schedule, guest without schedule. We have got two different words here. One is atithi without schedule, abhyagata with schedule. An appointment is there with an abhyagata, we wait for him. But atithi we don't know who and when he comes. Now here, with reference to the householders, Grihasthashrama, they speak of 5 yajnas, Pancha Mahayajna, that's how they call it. I've already discussed, Vivaha or Grihasthashrama is taking upon us certain special responsibilities. Vivaha, Vishesha, Vahana, to carry on certain special responsibilities, to discharge certain special responsibilities, is the beginning of Vivaha and Grihasthashrama. Now these special responsibilities, they are shortlisted as 5 yajnas, Pancha Mahayajnas. I'll name the 5. First one they call it as Brahma Yajna. Brahma Yajna. Another one is Deva Yajna. Second one, Deva Yajna. Third one is Pitri Yajna. Third one is a Pitri Yajna. Fourth one is Atithi Yajna, which is relevant for our discussion now. Atithi Yajna. And the last one is called as Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna. Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna. These are the 5 yajnas prescribed exclusively for the householders, the grahastha and grihini, who are in the grahasthashrama. Brahma Yajna, Deva Yajna, Pitri Yajna, Atithi Yajna, and finally Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna. Each has got its own significance. Now let me concentrate on this one now. That is the Atithi Yajna. So who is an Atithi? Now that's another important thing that we have to understand. Who is an Atithi? Whom we can call as an Atithi? Atithi is one who continuously roams, moves from place to place, spreading knowledge. The purpose is moving, his purpose of roaming is to spread knowledge. The reason is very simple. We find people who are interested in knowledge and move to places where knowledge is available. Maybe they go to a Gurukula, maybe they go to a scholar, maybe they go to the house of a wise person and get their answers, get their guidance. Fine. But there are some people who are allergic to knowledge. So because of that, they will not go, even if it is available, even if this is a satsang, they say, okay, let them do it. I'll be happy with my own self and with my own activities. They will not be interested in that. But they too have to get the knowledge as to how they should live in their life and in a society with other people. They should be given that knowledge. It's essential. So that responsibility has been given to one section of the society, and they have been asked to move and take the knowledge to those people who are not coming after knowledge. One proverb is there in English here. If Muhammad doesn't go to mountain, the mountain will go to Muhammad. It's something like this. And the one who roams to spreading knowledge, now he is called as a Parivrajaka. Rajagata, that's the root. That is one who roams. Pari, everywhere. Parivrajaka. He moves everywhere. There is a basic or fundamental name. And in the present day context, this Parivrajaka is not famous. Instead, Sannyasi is famous. Of course, Sannyasi and Parivrajaka both are synonyms. But Parivrajaka is not very much in use. But Sannyasi is very much in use. That Sannyasi is same as Parivrajaka, and it's the responsibility of a Sannyasi to roam and spread knowledge. But now what has happened in the present day context? These Parivrajakas who are supposed to roam, they are tied down to their mutts, they are tied down to their institutions, they are tied down to their, many people, they do it businesses to be precise. They are tied down. And those who are tied down in a place because of these things, their institutions, their mutts, samsthana, that's the word they call it, their samsthanas, or their businesses. No, they can never be called as sannyasis, they can never be called as Parivrajaka in the true sense of the word as you find in the Vedas. One small question comes here. Okay, you are commenting about these people, they are doing good job. Sannyasis, they run schools, they run colleges, they run hospitals, they run orphanages. So many social things they are doing. Now, if you comment about these sannyasis or Parivrajakas like this, do you mean to say that they should not do all those things? Are they not required by the society? Yes, they are required. But the problem is, the responsibility of running those social organizations is not with a sannyasi, but with a vanaprasthi. That's the point. is the responsibility of a vanaprastha. There's a third phase in the life. Brahmacharya ashrama, grihastha ashrama, vanaprastha ashrama, and finally sannyasa. The responsibility of running such institutions, social organizations, it is the vanaprasthis. But you know, brahmacharis, okay, we call them so, how many are really fit to be called like brahmacharis? We very well know grihasthashrami's. We know sannyasashrami's. And we never know who are vanaprasthi and where they are. That's the problem. It's the responsibility of a vanaprasthi who can work beyond the framework of his own family in Kirtanki. He is a vanaprasthi. But he is not roaming. He is stationed in one place and he does the social service. He looks after those things which are necessary for the society without any expectation. And he looks after all such social activities. He manages, he coordinates. And he is called as a vanaprasthi. And during vanaprastha, all these things have to be done. And sannyasi is not supposed to do these things, but he is supposed to roam and reach every nook and corner of the society and give the knowledge. And he is called as an atithi because while roaming, he doesn't have any plan. He just roams. He finds, okay, somebody says, sir, we have got a person who needs some knowledge. He is not interested in knowledge. He is not coming. Fine, he just goes there. Somebody says, and refers some person, he goes there. And someone says, sir, there is a person who is not noble, who is not someone who is supporting the society, but is an anti-social element. Okay. The Parivrajaka feels, yes, his work is there. He straight away goes to him and says, what a life you are leading. It's not right. It's not a human way of life. You are part of the society. You have to understand these things. Like this. He educates him. He trains him. He influences him. Motivates him. That's a Parivrajaka. Once the job is over, where to go? He doesn't know. Somebody gives some information. You are required there. Yes, he will run there. If nobody gives any information, he knows where the society is in trouble and what circumstances. So whenever there is a trouble in society, the first person to tackle that trouble is a sannyasi, a Parivrajaka. Because in this phase of life, has crossed all the boundaries of attachments. He is not attached to his kith and kin, he is not attached to money, he is not attached to wealth, he is not attached to fame. His only goal in life is to spread knowledge, spread peace, and spread love and affection to every nook and corner. That is an atithi. So while moving so, his program is unscheduled. Because it's unscheduled, his program is always varying. But he's not bothered. He's not bothered. He'll just move, and whenever he is hungry, okay, just tap on the door of a grihastha or grihini and says, I'm hungry. And the people know who this Parivrajaka is. Parivrajaka means one who is in the service of society without any expectation, roaming. So they know it. Similarly, the grihastha grihini say, okay, wonderful sir, it's our pleasure. We have received you, come and get in. Okay, take your seat. What do you want? What is food? Okay, that's given. You want some rest? Okay, provide for it. You take rest. You want something else? Yes, it will be given. And as a sannyasi or Parivrajaka or as an atithi, he is supposed to take only that which satisfies his needs. He is not supposed to store anything. Okay, I had my food now. I'm happy. Now again I may be hungry after another 8 or 10 hours. Okay, let me concentrate on my work. After 8 or 10 hours, if I'm hungry, I'll touch somebody's door and somebody will provide me food over. I'm not bothered about my food at all. And every grihastha grihini is guided to take care of their needs whenever they tap on their door. Now there's a complementary thing. He taps, he gets whatever he wants. Once he gets his requirement, he is happy until he is hungry again. It refers to food, I'm telling, just shelter. Same thing. And if you want some clothes, he'll say, okay, I have been using this clothes since a long time. Now it's all torn, I cannot use it further. Can you give me a repair? Yes, fine. They'll give it. He'll take it and go. That is indirectly, every grihastha or grihini, he is taking part in the social activity. He is taking part in the spreading of right knowledge everywhere. It's a clear understanding. It's my duty, I will do it. That is a special responsibility what I have taken at the time of getting into wedlock. And that's what exactly they are practicing their life. So Atithi Yajna is part of the Grihasthashram. Now this person has received that Atithya from the host, whatever he has received, maybe food, maybe a place to rest, maybe something else, maybe some arrangement to move to the next place, fine. Now he has been assigned with an additional responsibility, that is for the Atithi. For the Atithi they have prescribed one responsibility. And that responsibility is to those people who have hosted you, you spend some time and share your knowledge and experience with them and then quit. They cannot just eat away, take rest and get out. No. He has been assigned with some duty, that is to share his experience and knowledge which is relevant to those people there at that point of time. He should be able to observe it. He should be able to know what it is. What is the requirement? Everyone will have their own requirements. Fine. He should be able to understand it and he should cater to their requirement in the form of his knowledge and experience. So I will ask all the members of the family to sit down, to get together at one place, and he will say, okay, I come from this place, I am moving to this place, and I find that you people need some inputs, need some knowledge, some guidance. This is what I feel. So this is what I am giving. So he will share his knowledge and experience. Maybe they have got certain questions, they will ask, he will answer those questions and say thanks. They also tell him thanks, they reciprocate each other, and finally he moves on to the next place, next destination. So this tour or his destination is not predetermined. It depends upon the situation. That's why he is called as an Atithi. Now here our prayer is Dhrutaihi Bodhayata Atithim. Now this Atithi who comes to our house, Dhrita. Dhrita is, the basic meaning of it is, Dhrita is friendship, Sneha. Sneha is the basic meaning. And the secondary meaning is in the Adibhautika thing, that's clarified butter or ghee, what we call. Dhrita is ghee or clarified butter. Now why it is called Dhrita? Because when you touch it, that oily thing, it will stick on. That sticking is called as Sneha. Sneha is to stick on. Sneha is to stick on. All which have got that oily thing, they are all called as Sneha. And between two persons also, this sticking or this attachment will be there. So that is also called as Sneha, friendship. It's also called as clarified butter or ghee. Ghee, friendship, love, affection, attachment, all these things they come into the purview of this word, Dhrita. Dhru Sharane, that's the root. Dhru Sharana. Sharana is to flow for the other. Flowing. Sharana is flowing. Dripping. Dripping, flowing. So our love and affection will be shared. Will drip into the life of the other person. So that's called friendship. This also will drip oily things because of its high viscosity. If it's water, it just flow.
Okay.
But if it's oily thing, maybe like any oil or many ghee, it will drop by drop, slowly it will flow. Drip. That is Sharana. Sharana is to drip. So Dhrita is that which drips. Physical sense, it is ghee. And the other things is friendship, love, attachment. So here, Dhrutaihi Bodhayata Atithim. There's this Atithi, that is Atithi with all friendly nature, with all love and affection, with all good intentions. Let that person come and let that person Bodhayata, Bodha Avagame, knowledge, let him fuse us with knowledge. So if an Atithi comes, we are very happy because at the end, he will sit down and the sermon and share his knowledge and experience, and it's a benefit for us. So Atithi means additional knowledge and experience for us. So our doors are always open for an Atithi. Atithi is one who shares knowledge, who shares his experience with everyone without any expectation. And we expect such an Atithi to drop in at any point of time, any day, into our dwelling, and we expect that person to share his knowledge and experience with all friendly nature, with all love and affection. That is Ghrita. So this is our prayer. To understand this, Ghritair Bodhayata Atithim, let understand what an Atithi is, let understand what Ghrita is, and Buddha is Avagama. Buddha Avagama means knowledge and experience. Yajurveda 3.1. Ghritaihi Bodhayata Atithim. Ghritair Bodhayata Atithim. Finally.
Sharma ji, astu.
Next one.
Sharma ji.
Tell me.
No, Ghritaihi Bodhayata Atithim.
Atithim.
Astu, which means?
Bodhayata Atithim.
Okay, so Atithim.
Bodhayata Atithim. Ta and Atithim it becomes Savarna Dirghasana.
True, but Sharma ji.
Bodhayata Atithim.
No, it is saying for the Atithi. No, Atithim is the Dvitiya Vibhakti there, right?
Buddha. 1 second.
Bodhayata Atithim.
Ghritaihi Bodhayata Atithim.
Astu.
Atithim, that is the guest.
Atithim.
That is the one whom I have been referring to as the Parivrajaka.
Okay, so Atithim Ma.
Atithim. Ghritaihi Bodhayata. With knowledge and experience and friendliness, you fuse him with. Direct meaning is, let the Atithi be fused with.
Okay.
Love and knowledge and experience.
Okay, let us.
That's the direct meaning, but the actual purport of it is, let him come to us and let him share with us.
Got it.
Through his friendly nature, his knowledge and experience.
Okay. Got it, Sharma. Thank you.
Our doors are open. Let him come. Let him come. We invite him. We are ready for any time. Okay. Let him come with friendly nature, with knowledge, with experience. Let him be fused with that.
Okay. Got it. Yes.
That's the Tatparya. That's the Tatparya of it.
Yeah.
Next one. Vishwa Dveshamsi. Vishwa Dveshamsi Pra Mumugdhyasmat. Mumugdhyasmat. That Dha is Mahaprana. Mumugdhyasmat. Vishwa Dveshamsi Pra Mumugdhyasmat. Rigveda 4.1.4. I think I'm very clear by this time. That is, whenever we are trying to understand the meaning of any Veda mantra, the meaning of any piece of the Veda mantra, our guiding principle is to know the roots. They give us the primary meanings. Upon that, without contradicting it, we can expand the meaning, we can elaborate it. That's all fine. But the basic meaning is fixed once we know the roots. And that is the Arshaya method. That's the ancient method followed to understand the Vedas. If you miss it, any word can be interpreted as they like. Now such freedom is not there. Because that freedom is given, the meaning of every Veda mantra becomes subjective. It varies from person to person. We will not be able to arrive at the truth. Only when we can make it objective, only when we are able to understand the same way, yes, we will be able to realize the truth. And truth is the same for all. So the process here is, whenever you want to understand any word of the Veda mantra, the piece of the Veda mantra, our first attempt is to find out the roots. And upon the roots, we develop other things. This is a very, very important point what you have to understand. Only then will be saved from misinterpretations. Okay, here. Vishwa, Vishulra Vyapto, Vishulra Vyapto, Dveshamsi, Dvisha Aprito, Dvisha Aprito, Mumugdhi Asmat, Mumugdhi, Muchildra Mochane, Muchildra Mochane. Vishwa, Vishulra Vyaptam. So finally it results in covering everything, all. Vishwa is all. Dveshamsi Dvisha Aprito. Priti is love, Priti is affection. Aprito, opposite of it. So where there is no love, that is Dvesha. Where there is Dvesha, there is no love. That's very clear. Vishwa Dveshamsi Pra Mumugdhyasmat Mumugdhya Gadhaya Gdhya Mumugdhyasmat. So when I split it, it will be Vishwa Dveshamsi Pra Mumugdhi Asmat. Mumugdhi Asmat. Mumugdhi Asmat Mumugdhi Asmat. End Sandhi. Let all, that all is that in Vishwa, Dveshamsi, all hatred. Where there is no love, there is hate. Where there is hatred, there is no love. All types of hatred. All. Nothing is left, no exception. Aswat from us. From us. Mumugdhi, Muchildra Mochane. Mochana is to leave.
Okay.
Release. To get separated. To release from bondage. Pra, in the best way possible. Pra. Pra is the upasarga. That is, let all hatred be released from us, get separated from us in the best way possible. Vishwa Dveshamsi Pra Mumugdhyasmat. Let us be freed from, all sorts of hatred or anything towards anybody at any time. Let us not give shelter to any type of dvesha or priti. That means we love everything, everyone. Everyone. We love everyone. What we call as universal love. Universal love. Even today, universal love has been just a dream. And the dream will come true only we understand mantras like this. It's not the only mantra that speaks about universal love. There are hundreds of Veda mantras to speak about it. Now you understand the purpose, the goal, the intention of these mantras, the guidance, the intentions of these guidelines. Yes, we will love everyone. We love every creature. We love the whole universe. And there is no one to be hated. Now this much is certain. Whether other people reciprocate for our love or not, that's a different issue. But if we start loving everyone, yes, our life will be wonderful. Our life will be wonderful. And gradually, I'm sure, others will also start reciprocating and start loving. It happens. That's the power of love. That's the power of love. If you start loving them wholeheartedly, if not today, tomorrow, if not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, they have to love us back. Provided we love them wholeheartedly, without any expectation, from the bottom of our hearts and soul. Yes, that will happen. We got a lot of examples in history. We got a lot of examples in history for that. You take the life of any saint, for that matter. Any saint. Now what happened to Jesus? Just an example. He was nailed to the cross. Is it a small torture? Is it a small punishment? No. And after nailing him down to this cross, the cross was set upright. What did Jesus say? Oh God, they don't know what they are doing. I pray for their excuse on their behalf. That's love. That is love. He never felt bad about them, even for a second, but he prayed for their welfare, even at that juncture. Wonderful. And that is Vishwa Dveshamsi Pramumugdhiya Mumugdhiya Smat. He had no hatred. He loved them. He loved even his enemies. I got a great example. Is that the only example? No. I got hundreds of such examples. Hundreds in the history, if you look back. Every saint, every noble person, at one time or the other in their life, they should have showed this. So I got a story with Paigambar, Muhammad Paigambar. He was taking bath. And unfortunately there was a scorpion which was in the water and was dying, was begging for its life. Now Muhammad Paigambar took it and placed it on the bank. Now the scorpion did not keep quiet. It stinges. And suddenly he felt the shock and it fell again into the water. He took it again, it stung again, he took it again, it stung again. It happened for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. An onlooker, he was asking him, what a fool you are. You know what a scorpion is and what it does. And every time, even without caring for its sting, but trying to save it. What is it? Then he answers, stinging is its nature. To save and protect and love every living is my nature. When a small creature is not prepared to live its nature, why I should live my nature? You see? That is Vishwa Dveshamsi Pramamudhyasmat. That is, let all the apriti, hatred, go from me. It stinges. Fine, that is its nature. To protect it, it's my nature, or I will not hate it. To take the biography of any saint, any person, from any part of the world, yes, this is what they follow in their life. They are our role models. We may hate some people. What we do out of it, that's a different issue. But in our heart itself, in our souls itself, that hatred should not be there. Because in another place, it says, it is like fire. That hatred is like fire. And the fire burns, the fire hurts the place from where it has started, and then it spreads to other people. You see? It's in my heart that hatred has started, and first it will burn me down. Then it may spread to my enemies, it may spread to those people whom I hate. But who will be the first victim? It's me. That's what Basavana has said. In Kannada he says, Tanna maneya suttallade, benki neramaneya suduvude. So the fire has been started here, in my heart. So it will burn me down first, and then spread to other people, spread to other places. Should we take that risk? Never, never. In the same way, if it is love that is started from our hearts, that itself flows, and the whole world becomes lovely. The whole world becomes a friendly environment. But from where it has to start? It has to start from our own hearts, our own souls. So for that, what should happen? All the hatred what we have got should get out from our heart and soul. We should be freed from that hatred. And getting freed is called as mumugdhi, Muchilra Mochane. Getting freed is that mochana. Vimochana, we have heard of it. Vimochana is in a special way. In a special way, that is be freed, vimochana. From what? from all apriti. Apriti is hatred. Let's not hate anyone, even in the heart of our hearts. All types of hatred. It's not that we are freed from this hatred, but we have hatred towards this person under this circumstance. No. 100% all hatred should be thrown out. Our heart should be washed away, should be freed from all such hatred. Yes, there are circumstances where we feel like not loving them. There are situations where we feel like not loving them, feel like hating them, feel like fighting with them. Fine. But to overcome it is humane. To overcome it is noble. To overcome it is yajna. I discussed about this yajna. That's what we have to do. Only then, this is a very important what I'm telling you. Only then when we clear off all the hatred from our bottom of the hearts, it becomes purer and the soul becomes stronger and it will be closer to that experience of bliss, ananda, which you are searching for. That's the only path available. If hatred is there, then it is a pollutant and the soul gets polluted. As long as it is polluted, it will not be capable of experiencing that ananda or bliss, even though it is showered on it. Because we have got a resistance between. What is that resistance? Apriti, dvesha. So let us not have it. Let us wholeheartedly love every creature, We shall work for their welfare from the bottom of our hearts. Yes, that's a human way of life. You can also call it a divine way of life. That also holds good. So as long as we are moving from animal to human, human to divine, yes, our souls will not get purified, our souls will not get strengthened. I have to do that. It's a very essential thing. And only human being can understand all these things and can do it. Not an animal. No other creature can do this. So it's a rare opportunity what we have got to love everyone. And it's beyond our basic instincts. And start loving every creature. Yes, our hearts get purified, our souls get purified and strengthened, and we have our benefit. And that benefit is guaranteed and assured. We need not calculate it and keep an account of it. It will definitely come. Karmani eva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachan. That's what it is. You do your duty, you'll get your fruits. Don't worry. It will be served to you wherever you are. You need not go after it. But doing duty is very much essential. And what is the duty? Overcome all your hatred. Over. Make your heart pure, love everyone. And to give a lecture, to listen, yes, it's all easy. Very easy.
Yes.
But to put it into practice and achieve it, yes, it requires determination, it demands perseverance. That's why to do it. As much as you do, so much will be benefited. We will feel light, we will feel peaceful, we can experience that bliss in ourselves. To the extent we have practiced it. It is assured. There are hundreds of examples. That's what I was telling. Buddha, another example, his encounter with Angulimala. It's a wonderful situation. Angulimala was a worst criminal. Buddha transformed him. How? Just out of love. He was very sorry for Angulimala. Hey, you are a criminal. Because of that, what you are getting as benefit is all harmful. He made him realize it. And finally, Angulimala became his disciple, a great disciple of Buddha. And the criminal became a bhikkhu. Bhikkhu is a disciple, a follower of Buddhism. Wonderful. Just transformed. We've got such numerous examples. The whole world can be transformed into a wonderful heaven with love, without dvesha. Dvesha has to go. As long as dvesha is there, the whole world will be boiling. And we are all sitting on volcanoes. When it erupts, we don't know. So that's what is happening. Every country in the world is piling up arms, armaments, bombs, so many things. Why? Because I'm afraid of my neighbors. Why I'm afraid of? Because I don't love them. That's the point. We fear a person because we don't love them. If we love everyone, there is no fear at all. You see, it's another way of looking at it. When I'm afraid, I want to protect myself and I don't mind harming anyone. And that harming anyone is nothing but hatred. So basically that hatred, that feeling of hate has to be removed and should be converted to love. That should be converted into boldness and bravery. Yes, the whole world will be different. The way we look at the world will also be different. And the result of it is we can experience that peace and bliss in ourselves. So, Vishwa Dveshamsi Pramodhyasmat. So to remove, to separate ourselves, to release ourselves from this Dvesha is the first step. So let God help us to do it. That's our prayer. And every day, morning and evening, this is our prayer. Let me not hate anyone. Let me love every creature. Let me love every creature. Let me not hate. By saying so, our hatred will come down. And one day we'll be free from that hatred. And there's a wonderful day that we will give it. Next one. Ma Yagnam, Ma Yajnam, Himsishtam. Ma Yajnam Himsishtam. Ma Yajnapatim. Ma Yajnam Himsishtam. Ma Yajnapatim. Yajurveda 5.3. Yajurveda 5.3. Ma Yajnam Himsishtam. Ma Yajnapatim. Yajurveda 5.3. Okay, in the next session we'll discuss about this.
Okay. Sharmaji, at some time can you also explain the other yajnas in the Panchamaha Yajna?
Definitely, that will definitely do.
Okay.
Definitely do. Because that piece of mantra was particular about Atithi Yajna, I explained about it.
Okay.
Other four also we'll discuss.
Okay.
Now that is the next topic. We are speaking about Yajna.
Yes.
The one what I did just now. It's about Yajna.
Okay.
So this Yajna has got 5 Panchamaha Yajnas. One another 4 will explain in this context.
Okay.
We are very much there.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Sharmaji.
Thank you all. Thank you everyone.